according to science, vacuum is absence of matter, but according to you, vacuum as energy, matter is manifestation of energy. How will you define vacuum then? Please understand, now the science has changed its view. Now they are coming up with a clear-cut idea. No such thing as vacuum can be created. Even in the space in which you say vacuum, the ether is the present. The ether is the grass form of energy. And they are very clear now, ether is also a form of matter. It can be measured and handled. So, first thing, now the science has evolved so much that it could catch up with the spirituality. It could understand the spiritual truths. And they have started understanding vacuum is not absence of matter. It is absence of certain parts of matter, not completely all matter. You have 5 elements. Vacuum is absence of 4 elements. That's all. It is not the absence of matter. So, science has changed its opinion. And this itself has answered my question. Answered the question. So, my stand is accepted by the science, where lately they are coming up with their clear concepts also to work on the ether, how to use the ether and all those things. Thousands of years ago, the Eastern rishis have developed Vastu Shastra to use the power of ether. All our Vastu Shastra means the technique of building homes and houses are all based on this science of ether. So now they are working to how to use the power of ether. So the next question is very clearly answered in this itself. According to me and according to science, vacuum is energy, and vacuum is not absence of matter. And I define, according to me, vacuum is not something special from total. Total and vacuum are one and the same. If non-living things like rocks have intelligence, is there any difference in the intelligence between human beings, animals and non-living things? Please explain. One difference. Human being has got the conscious choice. He can decide whether to live with that intelligence or not. The animals and non-living things don't have that choice. They are intelligent by nature. With human beings, you have a choice to be a fool. That's the only difference. Nature, by nature, intelligent. Human beings have got a choice. You can be intelligent or you can be a fool. Except this choice, except this difference, there is no other difference. Nature is intelligent by nature always. Human beings are intelligent by mistake. Sometimes, unfortunately, they act intelligently without knowing. Except that there is no other difference. I understand that as you go deeper into the 7 bodies, the distance becomes less. How do you move down in levels of bodies and stay there so you can truly experience collective consciousness? It is just as simple as 1, 2, 3. Just very simple as 1, 2, 3. 1, after the lecture, go to the volunteer, 2. Register for NSP. 3. Be here tomorrow morning. Just 1, 2, 3. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. You can experience and stay there. It is said that an individual has control over their mind. Does that mean an outside mind can still influence an individual's mind and thought process? How do we control it so as to prevent anger or depression? This refers to the first truth that you stated. Thank you. Nice question. It is said that an individual has control over their mind. And can I know who is that individual who put this question? It is said that, you are. Can you control your mind? This is the same reply from everyone it will be. If I ask anyone, it will be the same reply. Then how can we believe this first statement? It is said that an individual has control over their mind. This is only said, not practiced. Be very clear, it is only said, not experienced. So the statement is wrong. The next thing, does that mean an outside mind can still influence an individual's mind and thought process? Yes. Are you married? You are. Simply by them, now you know your husband can influence your thought process. And you see, one small thing, not only by giving orders, even without giving orders, they can influence. For example, you wanted to come to meditation. I'm not saying particularly about you. Your husband may be here, I don't know. Or somebody, you want to come to meditation. He never says openly no, but he just keeps his face, long face. He can influence your meditation here. When you are sitting here, his long face, you will be meditating on his long face. You will be continuously remembering his long face. Their very energy. And one more thing you should understand. For example, he never likes this meditation, all this stuff. And somehow, fortunately, he was not in the station. He's not in the city. He's out of station for last 10 days. Even then, if you are coming here, you come up with a thought. If he is here, I have to ask permission. So he will say no. Anyhow, you come here. You have not asked him. He has not showed any even body language or verbal language. Nothing has happened. But when you are sitting here, your energy will be totally different. The memory, just the memory, if I ask him how he will react, is more than enough to put you into low mood, to influence you. Am I right? The very thought is enough to change the whole energy. So understand, it is so practical. Others can influence your mind without even expressing their thoughts, without even expressing their body language. Even if you don't see them, even if you have not seen them, even if you have not asked them about something, just their thinking trend, just their thought structure, when you know about it, that is more than enough to influence your thought and thinking system. How do we control it so as to prevent anger or depression? How do we control it? Again, same answer. Only meditation. Analyze all the 7 layers of your so-called individual consciousness. You are nothing more than onion. Please be very clear. We are nothing more than an onion. If you peel the onion layer by layer, what is there inside? Empty. Just like that, you are an onion. Onion thinks it has got something solid. Only when you peel all the 7 layers, you understand there is nothing inside. Same way you think you are an individual consciousness. If we peel all your 7 layers, you will experience you are a cosmic consciousness, collective consciousness. That's the one and only way to prevent anger or depression which sneaks inside your system from others, through others and by others. Thank you. Why do we have to suffer? In childhood, we are trained to be separate from others, then school to learn to be somebody, and then adults competing in commercial jobs, and ultimately, if the ultimate truth is we are one bliss, why cannot mass consciousness also reflect this joy, peace and love? It's a beautiful question. I'll answer step by step. Why do we have to suffer? In childhood, we are trained to be separate from others. Then school to learn to be somebody. Then learn adults competing in commercial jobs. If the infinite truth is we are one bliss, why cannot mass consciousness also reflect this joy, peace and love? This question has got so much of potential meaning. The people who created the education system which we are practicing now are not enlightened people. That is the first problem. The education system created by enlightened people, the rishis, Gurukulam structure, is totally outdated. It is not anymore alive. Let me say a few things about the rishi culture or Gurukulam education system. The education system designed by enlightened masters. In that system, any child who takes birth in that country belongs to the university. He belongs to the master. Parents have no right over kids. The moment they give birth, he or she will be handed over to the Guru. And Guru takes care of him. There are just few rules I'll explain. They are not allowed to wear clothes till they are 7. You do not know, you laugh. It means till 7 they are not even given an idea that they are some individual bodies. They are allowed to relate with existence, ether, straight away with their whole body. They are allowed to relate with flowers. They are allowed to relate with forest. They are allowed to relate with trees. They are allowed to relate with earth. Till the age of 7, they are not even given an idea that they are somebody, they are some body, as you asked in the question. They are some body. And the next thing, they are not taught to suppress the left. They are not given the idea whether they are male or female till the age of 7. They are not given the idea whether they are male or female. They are not given the idea that they are somebody. They are not given the idea that they have to suppress some part of their body. They are allowed to live with his whole body. If you can just apply these three things with your kids, don't separate their upper body and lower body with cloth. Means don't put anything in the hip. Give something like which covers the whole body. Next, don't give them continuously idea that they are somebody. Of course, it will be very difficult for you because you have to send them to school and lot of things. Only with that atmosphere it is possible. The Rishi culture, they are not given any idea. At the age of seven, they are given a meditation technique. Even if they collect the idea that they are somebody, they can dilute it. They can again and again flush that idea away. They can flood it. They are given a meditation technique again and again to tune themselves to the collective consciousness. That is what we call Gayatri. From 7 to 14, they practice that Gayatri, through which they will be continuously relating to the collective consciousness. By 14, they will have the glimpse of the collective consciousness, means the conscious experience of enlightenment, Satori, the blueprint of enlightenment. And after 14, based on their Satori, after having Satori, means the first experience of enlightenment, they will be given a deeper level techniques to continue in their path. By 21, they will become enlightened. And I tell you honestly, there was a time when more than 70% of the people were enlightened. That is what we call Satya Yuga. There was a time in the Rishi's culture when more than 70% of the people were enlightened. Other 30 were minus, below 7. They were working towards it. Either they are already enlightened or they are working towards it. Our social structure, the social structure created by enlightened masters is either already enlightened or working towards enlightenment. That's all. There is no other category. Whole society is only two categories. One is achieved, another one is traveling. That's all. Enlightened and seekers. Of course, unfortunately, we lost that education system. That is why I have to conduct NSP every week all over the world. And it is not so easy to conduct this program. People who attend, they say, Swamiji, 2 days, except few hours of rest, you will not have much rest. And people don't feel tired. That's different, because they feel so much of energy through meditation. They come and tell me, Swamiji, how is it possible? 2 days we have spent without sleeping. And I tell them, for you at least it's only one weekend. For me, every weekend. For last 2 years, there was not a single weekend in which I was not having some program, some ASP or NSP in some part of the world. If you see our website and see my program, throughout the year, till 2006 beginning, throughout this year till 2006 beginning, not even single weekend is free. Somewhere or other, we are having ASP and NSP. You can see the complete program. And apart from that, even in weekdays, in India we do this program as 4 days program, 4 days course. Continuously I am doing the programs, ASPs and NSPs, everywhere, because the Gurukulam system is lost. Now we are trying to revive the Gurukulam system. Already we got few kids of our devotees and started the Gurukulam in India ashram. soon we are expecting to revive the Rishi culture along with giving modern education to them without disturbing their collective conscious experience or enlightenment. Swamiji, do you think undifferentiated Nirvikalpa consciousness is more or less suitable for us compared to Savikalpa differentiated collective consciousness? First thing you should understand, may I request the person who put this question to stand? Yes, thank you. Have you experienced either Savikalpa or Nirvikalpa? Yeah. I think then you should sit here. Let me tell you from my experience. I do not know about your experience. I can say from my experience, please be seated. From my experience, there is no difference between Savikalpa or Nirvikalpa. When you reach 99%, there is no difference between 99 and 100. These terms are just words. I tell you, in my experience, when I reached Savikalpa, I just dropped into Nirvikalpa. It's not that after that I have to do something to reach the Nirvikalpa. When I experienced Savikalpa, I just dropped into Nirvikalpa. So this is what is my experience. This is the way I achieved enlightenment. And the next thing, undifferentiated consciousness and collective consciousness is again one and the same for me. I did not find any difference except the word. A small story. In India, a big fight goes on between this Savikalpa Samadhi group and Nirvikalpa Samadhi group. The Savikalpa Samadhi group is this Ramanujas, Vishishtadvaita and Dvaita, Bhakta category. And Nirvikalpa Samadhi group is this Shankaras. These two group, a big fight. One more small story inside the small story. It's like there was a tank in the center of a village. 4 new persons came to the village. They were about to enter into the tank. One guy said, there is a water, I have to go and drink. The other guy said, no, it is only pani, not water. My grandfather told me. I have to go and drink. The third guy said, no, it is Neelu. It is neither water nor pani. I have to go and drink. The fourth guy said, no, it is Tannir. Means water in Tamil. No, I have to go and drink. My grandfather told me. My grandfather only built this tank. All the 4 started fighting before entering into the tank. They fought so badly. All the 4 killed each other before entering into the tank. If they had little bit of patience to enter into the tank, or at least look into the tank, all 4 of them would have understood what we are fighting is only word. It is one and the same. Whether water or pani or tanni or neelu, it is just one and the same. Same way, all this religious terrorism. This religious terrorism is nothing but misunderstanding of the same category. Before entering into the tank, they hold on to their words and they say, my grandfather told me. My grandfather's grandfather told me. They continue to fight without even peeping into the tank. If you just have a little bit of patience or courage to peep into the tank, not only you will not fight, all of you can drink and then supply water to everyone else. We can experience the bliss and radiate it to everybody else. These guys, this Ramanuja and Shankara fight. You don't know to what extreme this Savikalpa and Nirvikalpa goes on. And these Ramanujites, Vishnu Bhaktas, they will have a big bell in their ears. If somebody chants Shiva's name, they will ring their head and they will shake their head so that the name will not go into their ears. No, really? They will just shake their heads so that the name will not go into their ears. And the other guys, the Shankarites, if somebody utters the name of Rama, Narayana, they will go and take bath and come back. This fight between Shankara and Ramanuja, Advaita and Visishta Advaita goes on, goes on, goes on. The Savikalpa and Nirvikalpa. And there was a showroom. Both of them have written commentary on Brahma Sutra. Both books are displayed. One scholar came and inquired a volunteer who was standing there and taking care of the showroom. What is the difference? That both titles are given. Shankara, Brahma Sutra, Shankara Bhashya, Brahma Sutra, Ramanuja Bhashya. The scholar came and inquired, what is the difference between these two? Volunteer said, 45 rupees. It is just 45 rupees, $1, nothing else. I tell you, all they fight, at least I can say last 1000 years this fight is going on. Whether Savikalpa Samadhi or Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Last 1000 years. The whole fight is solved by the simple one answer, 45 rupees. Understand, this is what is my experience. When I fell into Savikalpa Samadhi, I simply dropped into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So, still now I am not able to figure any difference between Savikalpa and Nirvikalpa. According to your experience, I don't know. Only that you should tell. How do you live in truth when it is so hard for others and us, so hard for others and us plus us to hear it? And even now, when I said, this is what is my experience, I don't know about your experience. There is every possibility that you can get hurt. But the truth is, truth. Even though it is so hard for others and us to hear, we have no other way but to live with the truth. Is it possible to skip the layers of attaining the nirvanic body? You had mentioned sudden enlightenment. I am confused with this. Please be very clear. The sudden enlightenment also happens only by penetrating all the 7 layers. There is no shortcut. There is no skipping the layers. You can't skip the layer because you have it. So, you can't skip the layers of attaining the nirvanic body because it is truth. Even if you attain sudden enlightenment, you will be penetrating all the 7 layers within a second. It is possible. But you have to penetrate all the 7. So, you can't skip any one layer. If you can skip, I would have done that. I would have already abridged. I try all my best to abridge all my programs. So, I saw very clearly, you can't do any more upgrading or editing. I did all possible editing and updating. The updated version of consciousness Only I am offering. I can say for sure the program, the NSP, or the meditations of layer by layer is updated version of consciousness. It is most updated software or hardware, whatever you think. There are a lot of personal questions. I have heard and read of your ability to heal men and women of their physical ailments. However, can you heal minds that are corrupted in the material world? Is it possible to get rid of the mind's imperfections so one can search for God with a pure mind? First, you should understand, actually, I don't heal. Just my presence heals. When a sun rises, lotus blooms by itself. It's not that sun needs to go and open the petals of the lotus. Just like that, in the presence of a master, simply healing happens. Healing is not done, but it happens. I can heal your body because your body is straight away in my presence. Same way, if you open your mind, that also can be healed. In this NSP, all we do is opening your mind only. You are asked to write for yourself about your guilt, desires, pain and pleasures. You are not going to show to anybody. You are going to write to yourself only. People ask me, why are you asking us to write all these things one by one, Swamiji? You are not going to show to me. You are just opening in my presence. You write to yourself. You are not going to show to me or to anybody else. People ask me, you are asking me to write by myself. After all, I know everything. Why should I write? I tell them, you know, but now by writing, I am making you open in my presence so that it can be healed. It's like you have a wound in your thigh. If you cover it with a gold sheet and a silk cloth, it will just be there. It will never get healed. If you open it, at least the sun rays can heal it. Sun can heal it. So we are opening all the wounds and the energy just heals. The whole NSP is about opening up of your layers by layers, all your emotions, guilt, desires, pain and pleasure, everything. When we open up, you are healed and you experience God. Not only you search for God, you experience God with a pure mind. Pure mind is God itself, not something separate. We are all part of collective consciousness. How the God comes into this? The collective consciousness is what I call God. The whole is what I call God. When you are whole, you are holy. And today is holy. Ras Purnima. When Radha and Gopis and Krishna experienced that collective consciousness, Krishna gave the experience of collective consciousness to the whole group of Gopis and Radha. We have a very wrong idea about this Ras Leela. We think Ras Leela is something like we made it as such, as if Krishna had relationship with so many women. No, it's a wrong concept. Be very clear. Raslila happened when Krishna was 10 years old. He was a small boy. None of us read the original scriptures correctly. We just pick up and support what we want. See, we just wanted to support all our qualities. So we just want some support from some scripture or some master, so that we can do all our things behind his back. So we just start blaming Krishna. What happened actually is he gave the collective consciousness experience to the whole group of gopis and Radha. The whole group of gopikas, they had the experience of collective consciousness. The collective consciousness is what I call God. God is not created. If we become one, then who created us? God has not created us. If we become one, then who created us? If you attended yesterday's discourse, you can understand. Or, if possible, listen that DVD. Chaos is order and order is chaos. Nobody has created you. Nobody is creation. Nobody is creator. Nobody is created. There is only one thing, creation. Creation itself has created itself by its own intelligence. Creation, created, creator, all the three are one and the same. To understand more, please listen to the discourse of chaos is order and order is chaos. I pray and bless you all. Let you all have this eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you.